welcome back. Here we are, probably, what, 2 hours later now? The traffic has been pretty challenging, even for a Friday it's been bad. Well, it's about 5 minutes now until we actually come into Cheddar Gorge. And this is one of the most busy sort of attractions around this part of the coast, so I'm expecting it to be fairly busy. So how's the Dark Lord doing? Absolutely fabulous. It's been fantastic. We've been through some pretty heavy traffic jams and no complaints at all. Heard the fans kick in a couple of times. But other than that, we've been making advantage of being on two wheels. Well, hopefully the camera's going to pick up okay down here, because it goes dark light all the time, which is pretty cool. Just coming into the gorge itself now. And it's absolutely spectacular through here. What we're going to do, once we find somewhere to park down near the bottom, we'll stop off for a little bit of lunch. Lots of gravel on the corners through here, and watch out for falling rocks and stuff as well. People come from all around the world to come here, and some of the caving is absolutely spectacular. Not into caving myself, but my family came down here just a couple of days ago actually. Mrs. had racing the kids, and they had a wonderful time, and they had all sorts of wonderful food from the cafes here. And for those of you that are wondering, for those of you perhaps aren't from the country or just generally wondering, yes, cheddar cheese is called cheddar because of this place. And the process of cheddaring, as far as I understand it, is to do with how the cheese is stored. Essentially it goes through a series of wooden shelves and goes up and down these shelves. A very long process, and it has to be made from local milk as well, apparently. Hopefully you can see just how fantastic the scenery is through here, not the back of the Ford Focus so much. Yellow car, for those of you who play that game. Some people there doing abseiling and all sorts of sporty things. Oh, look at this nice, what's this, a McLaren is it? No, it's a Lotus. Lots of car shows and things take place here at the weekends, and particularly in the evenings as well. And it's a very spectacular place, and we are very lucky in this part of the world to have this. The UK is fairly uninteresting topographically wise, if that's the right word. As you can see, there's lots and lots of people that come down here, justifiably so. If you want to get your knee down and sort of speed around, this is not the place, but if you want some spectacular scenery, then this definitely is worth a ride out. Anywhere in the UK is no more than sort of 4 or 5 hours away from anywhere else, so thank you Google. Coming down towards the bottom of the gorge now. It's not massively long, it only takes just a few minutes to come through it. What you will find down here is lots of little goats. The goats are absolutely crazy. You'll see them hanging onto the cliffs. I don't know how they do it. Perhaps they've got magnetic feet or something. I've got no idea how they do it. But you'll see lots of little goats and stuff hanging around. Hopefully, anyway, I hope none will fall off there. There's plenty of parking down here now, which is really good. Years ago there used to be no parking at all down here, and just coming down to the village itself now. What time is it? It's 12:31, so it's exactly lunchtime. This is by far the busiest part of the gorge down here, so we'll see if we can grab some parking. I think we'd be lucky. All sorts of gift shops and tea shops and normal sort of things. And apparently, just seeing that little dog there reminded me, apparently dogs are allowed in the caves, which is, I think, it's fantastic. So let's go on the RSV4 out. It's a trainer, isn't it? We'll dive in here because there's little toilet and things as well. I appear to have closed that off now. Let's just go back through again for you so you can have a nice little look. All sorts of cake shops and things, and people pulling out on you, all sorts of wonderful things. Some Thai restaurants, look, Chinese food. It's absolutely well worth a visit if you do come down to this part of the world. As you can see, there's lots of sort of toilet blocks and all sorts of stuff to make your little visit here as comfortable as possible. As you'd expect, it's obviously very, very busy. There we go. There you go, the gorge lies on the southern edge of the Mendip Hills with a near vertical cliff face rising nearly 400 feet. The gorge was formed by meltwater floods during the cold periglacial periods which have occurred over the last 1.2 million years. some of the wildlife and stuff you can see around here. Look, some rather scummy looking water. One of the most relaxing sounds in the world, sound of a waterfall. There's also a Christmas shop. Christmas? It's the start of summer tomorrow. The weather's absolutely perfect. It's not sunny, it's not cloudy, it's just kind of perfect for riding bikes, which is good. I'll take a little wander up here, shall we? So the pump house is where I tend to stop and use the facilities. It's actually unsurprisingly busy today. You'll see it's a really lovely part of the world, and while it has taken the best part of 3 hours to get here, I could have gone motorways all the way, but it's really no fun, is it? We live in this part of the world, so it's cafes and ice creams, lots of cafes and ice creams down here. The prices are typically tourist, unfortunately. What we've got here, we've got a Harley Fat Boy. Lots of cool stuff here. R18. Another Harley Fat Boy. Gorgeous H2. Yamaha Warrior and 850 Lemon. Fantastic. Right. Stop off and get some food, and then we'll carry on the journey. Come on then, let's give you a little tour, shall we? Let's flip you around. There we go. Right. So this has been absolutely fantastic today. We've used Google Maps all the way, and it's been absolutely spot on. It seems to download quite a few miles ahead on the Google Maps when the 4G signal drops out. It still seems to store loads in memory, which is quite clever. The Honda tank bag's been fantastic. Had bananas in there and drinks, that sort of thing. And the more I use this DCT, the more I really like it. And this bike's just been faultless today. Just shy of 300 miles on this tank of fuel. Still got some left. This is where we are, guys. Pods at Broadway in Carmarthenshire. It's a really lovely little place. Got electric vehicle charging, as you just saw there. Touch windy this evening, so you might be able to hear the wind in the background. There's a number of these little pods just here. It's mainly people younger than me, which is, I guess, most people now these days. Really well kept lawns, look. And just a small number of pods. And as you can see, like a little, each one's private. Little trees there. Not going to film into people's pods because that's a bit weird. There we go, look at this, look. Look at this, nice little sound of water running here. That's nice, right? There we go, is that fountain, isn't it lovely? A couple of other little cabins around. There's my cabin. Nice little rope fence. Picnic tables. Now there's a little surprise there, which I'll show you in a minute. So in here, what we got in here, let's have a look. All Voyager Discovery. Dustpan and brush. What's in this side? Wow, switch box, that's cool. There we go then, welcome everyone. Welcome to my little pod. And here we've got a little two-seater sofa, a little heater, double bed. I'm going to probably overhang that because I'm 6'1" and this is a standard double, I think, maybe even slightly under. Here we go, there's the helmet on charge there. Pretty cool. We've got little USB sockets there, look. Little kitchen area type thing. What's in here? Little fridge and microwave. Bits and bobs in there, all good stuff. Induction heater, hob thingy. Oh, what's going on in the world? Oh, there you go, it's Keir Starmer, everyone's favourite politician. Well, Mr. Trump, hasn't he been playing silly sods, eh? Let's not get too political, but there we go. This is the bathroom. Little shower. Got a 3/4 size toilet, as I found out my big ass on it. There we go, pretty cool though, right? Pretty cool. Let's see if she's not going to overexpose there. There we go. Here comes a surprise, everyone. This is going to be really cool. Check this out. You ready? Check it out. Well, hey! And I'm looking forward to getting in there in a minute. How cool is this, right? There's my little pod. And now I'm going to get necessarily dressed and go and enjoy that. And got barbecue as well, check it out. There we go. Right, I'm going to have to leave you to it, guys. I'm afraid I've got things to do. Ladies. As you can see, it's been a really stressful day, and yeah, it's a really stressful end to the day. You know, it's really difficult, and you can see I'm really having a really hard time with it. But in all seriousness, I just wanted to have a little bit of a chat about how today's gone, and yeah, it was quite clear this morning that when I set off I was perhaps a bit more tense than I thought originally, and perhaps needing to get away more than I thought. I'm not saying I've got a hard life, I absolutely haven't. My life's absolutely fantastic, and I don't mean to make everyone else feel bad, but I know I've got it good, and which is why I'm really starting to make the most of things that I have. You know, it's been a hard journey to get this far, and I'm absolutely not going to apologise for making the most of what I've got. I guess a bit of a midlife crisis, you could call it, really. I mean, I'm 45 years old now, so, and like I said, that's part of the reason behind this weekend to get away was to I guess celebrate it, recognise it, or whatever the word you want to use is, really. And just coming through the forest there, it was, like I said, absolutely the busiest I've ever seen it. And once I got out of the forest, it wasn't too bad at all, to be honest. Coming through Salisbury was not too bad. A36 was again absolutely fine. And the run to Cheddar Gorge was just brilliant. It's a really nice run, that one, actually. It takes about 2 hours. A lot of roadworks and things around. And it was really good to spend some proper time with the Africa Twin. Obviously I've done 1 hour, 2 hour rides and things here and there, and perhaps a couple of longer days on it, but to do a solid 8 hours on the bike today was really good. Coming out of Cheddar Gorge, the roads are very thin and quite busy. Lots of scooter rallies and things happening, I noticed around. Perhaps some sort of event this weekend, I'm not really sure of. It was great to smell the two-stroke coil. I really enjoyed that for anyone that's my sort of generation. The smell of two-stroke is something special. I've got nothing against scooters. I really don't mind what you ride. as long as you're enjoying it, I'll say the best of luck to you. So I've got nothing against scooters at all. So coming out of Cheddar, we had to go on the M5 for a little bit. We being me and the Dark Lord. And the traffic was pretty bad, perhaps unsurprisingly for a Friday. And at the start, I was kind of a bit hesitant in filtering. I'm not going to say nervous because I've had big bikes for many years, but it's the first time I've really been stuck in serious traffic with it, and I'm not sure that the bars are wider than the panniers in the sort of cat's whiskers principle, so I think that the panniers are slightly wider than the bars. So I was just slightly hesitant with that for a little bit. But once I got used to it, it really wasn't an issue at all. And after a good half an hour, 45 minutes of going through traffic, it was like they weren't even there, to be honest. Really good. So I enjoyed that one. And the advantage of having that Honda tank bag on there is I just kept drinks in there and bits of chocolate bars and cookies and things, and it just means you can pull over whenever you want, just knock the engine off but leave the ignition on and just have a quick top up of water and refresh, which is really important when it's as warm as it's been today. So I'm really pleased I brought that along actually. It was really useful. I think when you ride in hot weather, dehydration is really a factor. You don't realise you're getting dehydrated till it's too late, so I've got through about 6 litres of water today. And I stopped off at a service station, topped up as well, just to make sure I had full bottles basically, and empty the other one, if you know what I mean. But coming across the Severn crossing, which is just a fantastic sight. I should have had the camera running, but to be honest, I just wanted to make a bit of progress, so I didn't quite turn the camera on at that point. And then just coming across the Severn Bridge, just the other side of it is a big service station there, and again I should have stopped off there, but I wanted to press on. And then the traffic just locked up solid, absolutely solid, and the road narrows down there. And by this point it was getting quite warm, sort of 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's starting to get quite warm. But it was a positive thing in a way, because it was the first time I've really been stuck in hot weather, traffic, everyone's getting bad tempered and pulling out on everyone, and it was a bit chaotic, to be honest. And that DCT gearbox it's just a fantastic thing, because it takes your mind off thinking about clutches and gears, and even though it's an unconscious process when you become experienced, it's still something else your brain doesn't have to waste energy on. And it performed faultlessly, even though the bike got fairly warm, fans kicking in and out. But actually, you Africa Twin owners, how cool does yours run? Because mine, it sort of very rarely goes above a half, and when it does go above a half, the fans kick in very quietly and it goes back down to half again, so it runs fantastically cool. But again, I was getting a bit hot and bothered there at one point, to be honest, but bike absolutely faultless, absolutely incredible. And then coming into sort of main bit of Wales itself, just across Cardiff Bay there, sort of checking fuel range, I had sort of 150 miles left, so I wasn't going to stop for fuel. And then just dived into Tesco's, got a few essentials. While the place I'm staying has got a restaurant and has got a breakfast bar and everything, to be honest, I just wanted to be on my own a little bit. And yeah, I could spend 12-13 quid on breakfast, but I brought a couple of Weetabix and some cornflakes with me and just picked up a pint of milk from Tesco, so I'm more than happy in my little cabin there. Yeah, so tomorrow's going to be a big day. I'll probably be up around about 6:30, 7 o'clock, I expect. I might dive in here again quickly. And I want to go down to Pendine Sands, which is about 2 miles from here. And Pendine Sands, for those of you that are into your speed type things, is certainly lots of historic land speed attempt records are made there. There's a little museum down there as well, but I don't think I'll be down there late enough if that makes sense to go in there. But certainly lots of speed trials and speed events and speed racing used to happen down there. So I'm going to go down to Pendine in the morning, put the old drone up, and then I'm going to go off to a little castle which is about a mile north of here. Looked fantastic on the way down, so I'm going to dive into there as well and see if I can get some good footage of that for you, and then go and fill the old the Dark Lord up. It's showing about 330 miles at the moment, and I've still got one blob of fuel left, so I reckon it'll push past 350, 360 easily, so I'll fill it up at Tesco's again in the morning. Full tank, obviously, and that will probably get me most of the way home. So tomorrow's plan is go up through the Black Mountains. It's a shame it's all 40 mile an hour limits now. I think it's going to be really busy anyway, but we'll see, we'll enjoy. I'll put the camera on the front for you guys and you can sort of see what it's like there. And then we've got a couple of options really, depends how times and things go. I could go, definitely going to Elan Valley, 100% going to Elan Valley. It's one of the reasons I come to Wales, to be honest. I think it's just a fantastic place to ride, so definitely going to go there. Should get some really good drone footage actually, guys. I should be able to get some really good stuff. There's no restrictions on drones there, or there certainly wasn't last time I came up anyway. Something really disappointing if there is, but the thing with DJI drones is, those of you that use them, is they are geo-fenced. So if it's a restricted zone, generally speaking, it won't even take off. It'll sit there and laugh at you. I have got another drone which is not DJI, but it's not as good, to be honest. It's not really worth sending up. The footage is too shaky. It's like a crapping dog, the footage from that thing. But you're definitely going to have this camera on the front anyway, so you'll get some good footage from that. And a couple of options. We can go up into Snowdonia itself, which makes it a really long day. Yeah, that's not huge. I've not got a massive problem with that. That's fine. Or I can dive across from the Elan Valley and just basically go through Mid Wales and head out that way, which is another option. Let's just see how it rolls. Really, I want to really enjoy being out on the bike and not be too worried about time. But yeah, today's been really good actually, and I knew I needed to get away, but I needed to get away more than I knew, if that made sense. So there we go, I just thought I'd share a few minutes, and we come to sort of the end of the day. Tomorrow's the first day of summer officially, 1st of June, and let's hope it's a good one. So I'm going to have a bit of time to myself now, guys. Nice talking to you, but other than that, we'll catch you in the morning. See you later.